Bike theft has been an ongoing problem in Tucson for the past couple of years, especially on the University of Arizona campus. However, with a few simple guidelines, students can maintain to keep their bikes safe.
You don't want to use the little coiled cable locks because they're pretty easy to cut through. It'd take me about 30 seconds to cut through it with a pair of diagonal cutters.
Alright, so what I recommend is getting a U-lock combo with the cable. So if you do have quick release wheels, you can run them through both wheels and then attach it to the U-lock, which is going through the frame, and maybe also the front or rear tire. That's going to be the best thing.
Oftentimes criminals will like a place that is dark and secluded because they can do their work and not be watched.
Most bike thieves are going to steal based on opportunity rather than how nice or how cheap your bike is. Of course, you don't want to have the nicest bike possible as an around campus kind of bike, but
most criminals are looking for something that they can just take off the bike and run away with. If you have bolt-on wheels, bolt-on seats, they won't be able to just take it and run with it. Most criminals don't carry around a tool, so that keeps them from just running off with your parts.
According to local bike merchants, using the bike lock properly is crucial in keeping the bike safe.
you have a cheap bike and somebody will steal it if it's not locked properly. Say if it's locked through only the wheel, they can loosen your axle nuts and just steal the rest of the bike. So you want to make sure that you lock it certainly through the frame, and then if you can, lock it through both wheels, because they can steal any of those things most of the time.
Even with a few simple guidelines, students have to learn the hard way.
Last year I learned my lesson by leaving my bike outside for about 2-3 minutes when I ran into the apartment to grab something. I had my bike leaning against the wall, and when I came out, someone had taken it.
I had like a lock where it was like a wired lock, and it's covered in like rubber. And so I learned from that experience not to have a rubber lock, and I went and bought a U-lock instead. In total, I've probably spent about like $400 to $500.
I've had 3 bikes stolen in the past 2 years, and the current bike that I have right now, I had it tied on a meter for 2 weeks, not stolen. The day that I go to pick it up, the seat was stolen, so it really bummed me out. And now I'm on my 4th bike. Woo!
Using the correct lock will also keep your bike safe.
There's another company out there, I believe they're called Mad Dog, who make pretty much an impenetrable lock.
If you want the most bulletproof option that you can go with, get the Kryptonite, forget about it. It's a chain which is hardened steel, and it comes with a hardened steel lock as well. And that's about one of the burliest locks that we have.
Convenience, students can use the bike valet.
So the hours here are from 8 to 6, and if you leave your bike here after 6 p.m., we lock it up with U-locks to our bike corridors. The bike valet offers a convenient way for students to drop off their bike and know that it'll stay safe. And also, if you're in a rush, you can just drop it off with one of the valets and we'll give you a ticket and you can run to class. And the entire service is free.
UAPD will also help prevent bike theft in Tucson.
We also addressed bike theft at orientations with the new students here on campus. So again, at that time in orientation, we talked to them about bike theft due to the population, how it's very prevalent here on campus because of the number of bikes here on campus. And we also talk about the prevention of theft during that time. In 2010, there were 389 reported bike thefts. In 2011, it decreased to 225 bike thefts. So yes, there was a decrease from 2010 to 2011.
Lock it or lose it.